Hello everyone and happy holidays. In this quick video, I want to let you know about the new transformation that Google is leading right now. It is AI related, but also as expected from Google, and as you know in the past, they were always changing or shifting the goalposts, meaning if you're doing SEO, for example, and the way that people used to do SEO in the past, to get ahead and to get on the first page of Google search, then what happens, usually every 2 to 3 years, Google would shift the goalposts, and whatever worked in the past will not work now or in the future. And that's normal. Every time they develop their technology and they upgrade it or make it better, what usually tends to happen is that anyone who was on top of the search results becomes like not on top anymore, maybe like goes a little bit further down because the new ranking tool now is looking for something different. So what Google is doing with AI is not different from what they have been doing all along. But you need to take notice because this is very, very important. As we usually said before when we discussed SEO or search engine optimization, was that the number one ranking factor and the thing that they love the most is to have human friendly, human legible, and helpful content on your website. And this goes opposite to people who are always telling you, hey, use AI to generate so many blog posts, blah, blah, blah. Use these blog posts to soil your website with your keywords and so on. All this doesn't work. Well, doesn't work now, and it will not work in the future because Google is so much better now to the point that it can detect when you're artificially trying to rank for some specific keywords. So don't be fooled by those companies and agencies who are offering you SEO services. The best SEO is you yourself creating helpful content for other human beings. So the easiest way to go about SEO for your business or your website is to think about your customers. How would your customers find you? What words would they be typing in order to get a business such as your business recommended to them? Once you figure out what people will be typing, more or less, you'll figure out 2 or 3 keywords or maybe 5 or 10 keywords. Now you can think about, in your industry, what makes you better? What makes you stand out? Why would people choose you and not choose a competitor, right? Then you write a piece about that. So you write a piece about how you're doing your service, what makes it better, what makes you, the better option than any of your competition. And at the same time, your piece will naturally have 1 or 2 of your keywords. But it has to be like kind of humanly written with a clear flow. Am I saying do not use AI at all? No. By all means, you can use AI to get you started. So you can use AI to get some ideas about the angle that you want to talk about. But then after you've had the points and the ideas that come from AI, you have to go on and write the piece yourself. Don't let AI write it for you. Now, is that everything that's happening? No. Google Gemini, which is Google's AI model, is now on and is now active and is doing something very interesting. When you search for something, instead of the Google search giving you a list of websites like it usually does, if you look on top there, you'll find that Google Gemini is answering the question for you. So if you're looking for a specific product or service, or if you're asking a very specific question in the Google search engine today, what will happen? You will get Google AI, which is Google Gemini, answer that question for you and giving you recommendations that are related to whatever you search for. What this means that on top of the search results page, number one, you'll have Google AI's response to your question, followed by B, the sponsored ads, which were on top of the pages before, then C, the search results that used to appear before, which is a list of websites. Now, most people will not scroll down all that way down, especially if Google Gemini had already answered the question, which means that this traffic is not going to be coming to website owners because people are not going to be clicking on the links that are down below because their question about the product or the service that they're looking for had already been answered by Google Gemini. Does that mean that it's the end of website traffic? Does that mean that your website is not important anymore? On the contrary, this means, yes, your website will be losing some traffic, could even be as big as 65-70% of the traffic that used to be coming through search engines to you. But B, it is more important than ever to make sure that the information on your website is current, is clear, and is easy to digest for the human being. Because what will happen later, Google AI bots will also be indexing your site. Like, okay, where does Google Gemini gets its answers from? Where does it get the answers from? Is the internet, which means it's getting its answers by the information that exists on the internet. So it would have already crawled your site. It would have already indexed the items that were on your website or are on your website. And it would have taken this into consideration when formulating its answer to the question that the person searching has asked. So if it has the wrong information that came from your website, you will not appear in any of these recommendations at all. If you don't have anything else on your website, or the information on your website is dated, or if it's not made for humans, in other words, if the information on the website was a result of an SEO agency or was a result of AI content, Google AI will know and it will not rank your site. So it's more important than ever today to go back to your website and specifically your homepage, your service pages, and your blogs, and start making sure that every single piece of information is there, is correct, is current, it's updated, and it's human. This will help you go a long way with Google's search AI. So if you're unsure about how to get that done, or you think it's a daunting task, use the help of AI to generate ideas for you, but by all means, you write the final piece. By the way, when I say you have to have information written on your website, it could mean blog posts. Maybe your homepage is already current. Maybe your service pages are already current and you've updated them, but you haven't written a blog post in some time. That's fine. You can start now, and it doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be like a whole big full page. It can be about an idea, or about something that you or your business does differently, or about why you got into that business at the first place. My last nugget here is also, do not neglect YouTube. I know many of us hate to be on camera And that's why many business owners do not want to create YouTube videos or do not have the time to create YouTube videos. But believe me, this is mega important for 2025 onwards, because guess where Google Gemini gets its information from? We said, yeah, it gets it from the internet, which means that it gets it from websites. But Google, as the dominant search engine, already has so much data. Plus, Google owns YouTube. So Gemini was also trained by the content that exists today on YouTube. And it will continue to consume this content and make itself better. So if you are non-existent on YouTube, you'll be losing out. It's so easy to create a channel. It's so easy to create videos. They don't have to be complicated. They don't have to be long. You can do YouTube Shorts, which is basically you holding the phone and talking about something relevant in your industry. And it could be just a minute long. And as long as you keep doing it every now and then, like every specific interval, like maybe once a month or whatever, you'll keep this information current, and Gemini will keep seeing it bit by bit. You will start getting better traffic and more qualified traffic than the one that you were getting before. Finally, before I go, if you're thinking of ads, don't even think about it. Most people now ignore ads. So there's no point of spending so much money on ads, unless you really, really have deep pockets and you're competing with another giant company that has deeper pockets. Other than that, running ads for a couple of months is only going to cost you money and is not going to do anything to get you qualified leads. Thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye.